Aloha. This is Emily Thoreau-Threat, host of the Grief and Happiness podcast. Every Friday, I share with you my love notes, giving you a little something to think about as you navigate through your grief journey, finding happiness expanding along your way. And every Tuesday, I post my regular podcast sharing wonderful conversations with people you can relate to and who offer you encouraging ideas and helpful inspiration. I'm so grateful you're joining me and look forward to hearing from you, your thoughts. Today's podcast is, what are we doing? I've been thinking lots lately about all the shootings that are going on in our country. Situations like these, many of us grieve, piling experiences up until either we become overwhelmed by them or become numb by them. Either of these reactions don't serve us. So what does? The answer can come from us focusing together on love. The people who are committing these atrocities are generally working in isolation. When we read about them, we usually discover that they're loners seeking attention. They get inspired by people who espouse hate and gain much recognition from negativity. In an attempt to become idolized and recognized, they step into a lonely stage, not realizing that there are no positive outcomes once they cross that negative line of abomination. So, how can love change this? I've written before about how there's only two emotions, love and fear. Everything stems from those two. In order to make positive changes, releasing fear and focusing on love is essential. Studies have been done that show that when many people focus on love, when dealing with the situation at the same time worldwide, positive change happens not only in relation to acts of violence, but also in things like accidents and health emergencies. While this might seem unrealistic to you, try putting it into action in your life. Upon reflection, I can see how negativity and fear of death severely affected my husband Jacques' last couple of years. People stopped coming around, and loneliness and pain was heartbreaking. Everything was different when my husband Ron transitioned. We spent time focusing on the joy in each moment. We were surrounded by love and laughter and friends and music. When we all decide to focus our lives on love, we will witness change instead of focusing on negativity of what's happening in our government and society. Try focusing on sending love and forgiveness to those who we see as an enemy or see as the problem. Instead, focusing on complaining about what politicians are doing or writing a letter complaining about the treatment of families and children at the border, or write about how wonderful it would be for families to be reunited with problems that are solved, that created the situation. While this may sound naive, actually, this is behavior that can create the change we are desiring. I encourage you to remember the words to John Lennon's song, Imagine. He said, imagine all the people living for today, nothing to kill or die for, living life in peace. I hope someday you'll join us and the world will live as one. Let's commit right now to focusing on peace and love. We can do this. Together we can change the world. Do you want more comfort, support, and happiness? Join the Grief and Happiness Alliance. Visit my website at lovingandlivingyourwaythroughgrief.com and read my book, Loving and Living Your Way Through Grief. Be sure to subscribe to our podcast, rate it, review it, and binge on all our episodes on grief and happiness. I can't wait to welcome you back to another episode